It's funny, just yesterday, at the end of my day, I recorded a video on how that glitch has kind of busted competitive multiplayer in Splatoon 3. There's like the squid roll thing where when it's emulated on Switch 2, you can squid roll off of surfaces that you're not supposed to be able to. And so some people have been talking about how that's going to totally disrupt the meta. And I recorded that. And I'm lucky that we haven't edited it yet. We haven't put in the rest of the work to make the video. I could not possibly have anticipated that today some news would drop that would render that whole thing not even a thing anymore. Because yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff to talk about here, but apparently they're going to be giving an update. It's what I hear. They're going to be updating Splatoon 3. I really just didn't see that coming. There was no reason for anything Splatoon related to have happened. It's kind of just a funny coincidence, isn't it? And I imagine that they're going to fix that when they give it like the patch on Switch 2. So anyway, yes, quite the surprise. There's some sort of Splatoon announcement thing here, which is especially weird because, you know, this week seemed really likely for a Nintendo Direct. This month seemed likely for a Direct, so if Nintendo is going to start doing the whole social media random shadow drop thing, does that mean we're not getting a Direct this month? That's usually what that means. However, it sounds like they're announcing some stuff here, but they haven't exactly like revealed a lot, so it's possible this is like a reveal to kind of, I don't really know. I guess it's too early to judge. I need to watch the thing. Okay, we're gonna, why am I talking? We need to just start by watching the thing. You're gonna watch me watch the thing now, if you want. This is a real thing. This is a genuine new thing. Spin-off. So cool. What is this? Wow, this reveals like nothing. What is this? Splatoon Raiders. What is Splatoon Raiders? Tell me. Tell me more. Always the little post-trailer tease. They love those.
What's crackin', Squid Squad?
Not much.
Incoming report from the Squid Research Lab. Without further ado, we're excited to share our latest findings. What you just witnessed are signs of the first ever Splatoon spin-off game coming ashore. Splatoon Raiders. Playing as a mechanic, you'll go on an adventure in the mysterious Spiralite Islands alongside Deep Cut. Splatoon Raiders is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system, but research is still underway. We'll report more on our findings when the results are in.
Release window? Vague window, please? Darn. So not this year, probably. So I think it's an update, or is it a Switch 2 edition? Both would be cool in their own way. Oh, it's gonna look so good either way. It's gonna look so good.
to the Splatoon 3 game is also
Version
coming
10.
down the spillway. The Splatlands collection, which features new weapons from the Barazushi and Embers brands, is on its way. They're based on previous weapons, but have fresh new looks.
So it's a real
and, of
update.
course, different sub-weapons and specials. We've identified 30 in total, and hope you'll try them out for yourselves.
30 new weapons?
In addition, weapons freshness caps will be raised. And you can earn new in-game badges.
This is a real thing.
Series Weapon Power, a new stat to dive into, is being added to Anarchy Battle Series. This will track your effectiveness per weapon based on your win-loss ratio in battles. It will also be used in matchmaking to pit you against other players with similar stats. Follow the Squid Research Lab
Interesting.
for our latest findings. Plus... Don't call it a comeback. Okay, you can. Urchin Underpass from the original Splatoon game.
Oh, cool.
Returns to the rotation for some fresh splatting on classic turf. Lastly, but not leastly, for Nintendo Switch 2 players. You'll notice more detailed visuals, and the game will appear smoother in certain locations, such as the square in Splatsville
Oh,
and
cool.
the Grand Festival grounds.
So a free update.
But
Nice.
no need to fear. Nintendo Switch players and Nintendo Switch 2 players will still be able to splat together.
Good. That's some
This
tame
free update
gameplay.
for Splatoon 3 is scheduled to release June 12th.
Whoa, cool.
Stay tuned for further updates.
Sweet. 2 more days. That's exciting. All right. Okay, so yeah, again, like, there was no actual reason to get anything Splatoon related, like, anytime soon. I don't know, I just didn't really see it coming. You know, like, I thought they're probably working on Splatoon 4. Maybe we'll get that next year or something. And yeah, all this talk about the squid roll glitch. Oh, but like, I don't know, are they gonna do an update? Maybe they won't. Maybe they'd rather just give us 4. Maybe they won't update 3. No, they're doing it. They're kind of returning Splatoon 3 to the, I don't know, the public playing knowledge, the starting the conversation over again. And you know what? I mean, it's given us more to play on Switch too. Splatoon 3 is already a really, really great game, so I'm very, very, very pleased that they are giving us this. That is another game that really did need at least a free upgrade, and it's getting a free upgrade with like new weapons and everything and a new stage. That's cool. They didn't need to do that. You know, they were kind of done with Splatoon 3. So they didn't have to. But I'm really, really glad they're doing it. That's great. Oh, I mean, obviously there's a lot of games on Switch that I've been really looking forward to just playing with the, you know, better performance, higher resolution and stuff. But man, Splatoon, I mean, I'm really excited for the eventual Splatoon 4, but even just Splatoon 3, like the game already looks so good. But it really does have to use like that dynamic resolution thing. I'd love to see it running at I don't know if it's going to be native 4K or what, but like whatever. It's going to look really nice. That's really exciting. That's really, really exciting they're doing all this. But Splatoon Raiders. Okay, so I'm going to pat myself on the back a little bit. I did like a couple of years ago predict a Splatoon spin-off. It just kind of seemed inevitable. They're really building this big universe, so it's like, it seemed inevitable that someday they would want to give us some kind of spin-off. This spin-off does more or less seem to be like the same kind of gameplay. It's not like a really wacky, totally different spin-off kind of thing. It's still probably going to be like, you know, moving around and shooting and squidding and stuff. I suppose that makes sense. Let me go and watch the trailer 1 or 2 more times and then come back to you in a second and then we can talk about it more. Okay, so it really, really does not show off a lot. We have very, very small little bits of information here. There's some sort of like, almost looks like a barge that they're on, but it also is kind of a map. You know, it's got little like ramps and stuff, and then it shows them on an island. There's like a weird robot thing following you around. There's a lot of like, you know, islandy activities. Fishing, like a lot of these shots show them like fishing. And then the main character has like a big backpack, and there's even like cooking pots and stuff on it. So, you know, the mind naturally goes to some sort of like survival thing, or if not survival, then like life sim sort of deal. It says you are a mechanic. That's really what it says. You are a mechanic. You are doing something with deep cut, and there's, you know, obviously some weird like light shiny thing on the horizon. That's really it. So I suppose I don't want to speculate too much about what this could be. However, I love the idea. I really do, because like, I don't know, some of the best experiences in these games, it has been the DLC. The DLC has been really good, you know, just kind of giving these unique extra little campaigns. So this essentially is just kind of like one of those, except instead of being attached to one of the games, they're just making it its own little standalone thing. And I think that's really, really smart, especially as we wait for Splatoon 4. If you've already kind of established this pattern of taking the characters and kind of pulling them out of the game and creating a fresh new little campaign with its own ideas, then like, yeah, why does that have to be tied to a game? It really doesn't. This gives us an opportunity to play some sort of fun little Splatoon-related story while we're waiting for Splatoon 4, and it probably gives them even more freedom to experiment with weirder ideas. Because that's, yeah, these DLCs have been very experimental, especially the last one. You know, it can take the core concepts of Splatoon, of laying down ink and swimming through it and stuff, and just kind of do anything they want with it. The core gameplay is so flexible, and it creates so many potential situations. I just love the idea of them experimenting with it as much as they could possibly want. And I don't know how big this game is going to be. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't know how many hours or whatever we're going to get out of it. I don't know if it's going to be a multiplayer thing. It kind of just seems like a little single player experience. I mean, you know, I like that. I really do. I like that idea a lot. If it was just a little self-contained Splatoon adventure, but it had a little bit more freedom, a little more leg room to just kind of build out and be whatever it wants to be, whatever the team wants it to be, rather than being like a little $20, $30 DLC attached to another game. I don't know. I just love the idea. I love it. I'm really happy. I'm really excited to see what this is and when it's coming out. Because it seems to be a smaller project, it would be surprising if it took a really long time to get here. It seems like kind of a small side thing. At the same time, maybe it's not. I don't know. Is this like a full game? Is this going to be $70 and this is just how they wanted to reveal it? Like, again, I don't know what this means for a Nintendo Direct happening this month. It could be that they're trying something new. Hey, let's drop a little teaser. Let's announce a game. And then at the Direct, we give like a bigger look. Technically possible. Either that or like, I don't know, this was like one of the things they wanted to reveal. And so instead of doing a Direct, they just did it this way. But then again, like there's not even a release window. So like, why? Why now? Why is this even something that you want to announce right now here in June? We need a holiday title, darn it. I just did a whole video about that. We need some big Nintendo thing in November, and this doesn't seem to be that. I don't think. I think if it was going to be that, they would have given a release date or a release window. So I don't know. I'm getting caught in all this circular speculation, so I suppose I should stop and just say, cool. Really, really cool. I'm really excited. As always, I love Splatoon, but I'm not a big competitive multiplayer guy, but I love the world. I love the gameplay. So I am 100% open to like whatever they want to give me with this formula, this creative mix. I love it all, and I hope we don't have to wait too long to find out what Splatoon Raiders actually is.